Well, first of all, I want to thank all of you for being here on such a short notice. Yesterday, you heard Governor LePage make news once again for something that he said. This time, he said that he would not show up for 6 debates that we've already scheduled for months if I am there. I had a chuckle a little bit when I heard what the governor said, because it reminded me growing up in a large Franco family with my siblings, that if one of my brothers or sisters didn't get what they want, they would pout just to try to throw a temper tantrum to get attention. Then after they got the attention, then things were better. So when the governor made his comment the other day, I had to chuckle a little bit. But I believe the governor actually will be there, because we've set these debates for quite some time. We've all agreed to the 6 debates, and I believe that the governor will, when he calms down, he actually will show up to debate over here. He and I have both been attacked by outside groups, and I can tell you that it's frustrating to be attacked by outside groups. In a press release that the governor said himself that Social Security and Medicare are welfare. That is a fact. It was in his press release. And he should be able to use the debates to actually clarify his record if he wants to. He also should be able to use the debates to explain why he called municipal revenue sharing welfare also, and why he's also called healthcare welfare, and why Maine's economy is lagging behind the rest of the country in job growth. Because I'm leading in most of the polls, both of my opponents have been relentless in their attacks on me. I've done my best to run a positive campaign and to talk about policies and my visions for the future here in the state of Maine. Just today, I launched a new TV ad highlighting the benefits of my Maine economic plan, a plan that will actually stimulate the Maine economy, that will promote our small businesses, lowering the cost of education, making Maine the food basket for New England, and reinvigorating our manufacturing sector and potential to make Maine a leader in clean energy field. I've met with thousands of voters throughout the state of Maine, and they've all asked me about jobs. They're telling me that they're worried that they're falling further behind. They're worried about health care and education, and they're tired of politics of division. But without a question, the issue that has received the most attention from the media is about debate. We've spent way too much time debating debates instead of the real issues. There are 6 debates scheduled. They've been scheduled for months. Some of you are partners in those debates. The governor has agreed to attend those debates, and I believe that when he calms down, that the governor will attend those debates. If the governor believes in his policies, and if he's proud of his record, he will show up at the debates and defend his record. I'm running for governor because I believe that we need to put the last 4 years of anger and divisiveness behind us. We need a governor Mainers can be proud of. We need a governor who can work with Republicans, Democrats, and independents to move Maine forward in a positive way. And that's why I decided to run for governor in the first place. And that's why I plan to be back here for the Chamber of Commerce debate on October 8th. And I look forward to seeing the governor here on that day as well. And with that, I'll open that, answer any questions.
Congressman, you said if the governor doesn't show up, you don't want to go head-to-head against Elliott because you want to debate the incumbent. Doesn't that stance tell the 11 to 19% of public supporters that you don't care about
the governor, the 3 campaigns have agreed to debate on the 6 debates. I believe the governor's going to be here. I plan on being here on October 8th to debate the governor and the independent candidate.
If the governor doesn't show up, I mean, will you go ahead and continue to have the debate with Elliott Cutler so you can prove to that 11 to 14% of his supporters that you do in fact care about their votes?
I plan on being here October 8th. I believe the governor will show up on October 8th. The governor, as he's done several times in the past, when he wants to make news, he throws a tantrum, and then he gets over it, then he'll, move forward. And I think that's what it was yesterday. He had a bad day, and hopefully he'll show up to the debate that he agreed to attend. I plan on being here on October 8th. It isn't really a debate without the governor being there, since we're running for governor, and this race is a two-person race between the governor and myself. But I think the governor will be here. He just needs a little bit of attention, and now that he's got that attention, I think he will show up.
But what message is that sent to thousands of government supporters who would like to see you guys hash it out, even if the governor's not here?
I plan on being here October 8th. I believe the governor will be here on October 8th. He just went through a little tantrum the other day, and I expect the governor will be here because the governor definitely has a record. He's concerned about the independent expenditure that criticized him for calling Social Security welfare, and I'm sure the governor will want to correct that, and these were the debates that we all agreed to months ago, and I expect the governor will be here once he has a chance to think about it. I plan on being here on October 8th.
With all due respect, Congressman, you're avoiding the question of what happens if it's just you and Cutler and the debate doesn't show.
I plan on being here October 8th for the debate that was scheduled, and I expect the governor will be here on October 8th. So I plan on being here.
The governor said pointedly this morning that your campaign was falsifying information. It was sort of using your campaign of lying to respect position on Social Security. I know this may be third-party ad, but I'm clear. Does your campaign, do you believe that Governor LePage thinks that Social Security is welfare?
The governor said in the press release, and you all have a copy of the governor's press release, he said Social Security and Medicare is welfare, plain and simple. Those were the governor's words in his press release. It's there in black and white. It's going to be hard for the governor to deny it. I know he's trying to deny it now, but that's what the governor said. The Social Security and Medicare is welfare. He also called municipal revenue sharing welfare. He called health care welfare. Anything the governor doesn't like, he calls welfare. So the governor will have to defend that in the debates, and the first debate will be set here on October 8th. So hopefully the governor will be prepared to defend his calling Social Security welfare.
Congressman, the day after that press release came out, though, they sent a clarifying one saying he doesn't believe those are welfare. Why do you believe one and not the other?
The governor made it very clear in black and white. He said Social Security and Medicare is welfare. And that's what he said. It's in black and white. I know that his campaign, the governor's office, has a very hard time to control the governor on what he really believes that he should say, but the fact of the matter is the governor sent out a press release, the governor's office, saying that Social Security and Medicare is welfare. So he's going to have to defend that.
But why do you believe that first press release, but then their second one where they said he doesn't believe that? Why do you disbelieve that one?
Because I think his initial reaction probably was true. The fact that probably he was told that, well, you can't say that, Governor, because Maine is the oldest state in the country per capita, and that's not good politics. So the governor is a very smooth politician, and that's why I think he's trying to retract from the fact that it's very clear. He said it. Welfare, Social Security and Medicare is welfare, plain and simple. Those were the governor's words.
Governor said this morning.
You mentioned that you were also getting attacked. I assume you're talking about the RTA ad that says you support giving illegal immigrants welfare. Do you support giving illegal immigrants welfare, and can you clarify that position?
No, I never said I supported illegal immigrants for getting welfare. I'm opposed to illegal immigrants for getting welfare. That is plain and simple. I made that clear, very clear. That is the distinction when you look at what the Republican attack ads on me versus the independent attack ads on the governor. The governor literally in black and white said that. I never said that illegal immigrants should be receiving welfare. It's against the law. It's against the federal law for them to do so.
We have time for one more question.
The governor said this morning that he thought that debates were a waste of time that Mainers should look at his record over the last 4 years to decide whether or not they want to vote for him. What's your opinion about debates?
I think the governor has agreed to 6 debates. He should show up for the debates, because what the governor is saying and what he's doing is totally different. When he talks about welfare, getting tough on welfare, well, the Maine legislature passed welfare reform, 2 bills dealing with the EBT cards and TANF funding that the governor says he's going to get tough on. Well, the legislature passed that. The governor talks about paying the hospitals back, but what he's not saying is the fact that he paid them back with a credit card. We're paying interest rates for Wall Street to pay back the hospitals, but the fact that the governor has refused to expand access to health care for 70,000 Mainers, what he's actually doing is actually causing the hospitals to lose money. Individuals who do not have health care coverage, they're going to the hospital, they're getting covered by the hospitals, but they're not getting paid for it. So the governor is allowing the hospitals to ramp up more debt because he's refused to access the Affordable Care Act for 70,000 Mainers who deserve that access to health care.
What's your opinion about debates? You didn't answer the
One more.
question.
Okay, one more.
Yeah. The question was about your opinion about debates.
I think there are some values. The question is how many you're going to have, and all 3 campaigns have agreed on 6 debates, and I look forward for the 6 debates that we've all agreed on. And I expect that the governor will be here on those. He just had a bad day yesterday, and I can understand it. Being governor, the economy is terrible here in the state of Maine. The governor's record is terrible, and he's being called to light on what his press release said about Social Security being a welfare. So he's having a very bad day, and I understand, knowing the governor, that he goes off that way, and he's gonna. I think when it calms down, he'll be there.
Well,
Great.
Mr. Michaud, I understand that the GOP chair Rick Bennett told you about the collapse on Friday, and you had a discussion with him about his position on that post his investigation.
No, Rick Bennett has not returned. He told me when I talked to him Friday that he would call me back, and he has not called me back yet. But thank you very much for coming. Appreciate it.